At the start of episode 3, JJ's mind is completely filled with questions about Keifer and Yuri. She keeps asking herself over and over who she should choose and who she truly loves. She's so distracted that she can't even answer the teacher's questions in class. Her body is in the classroom, but her mind is wandering somewhere else. After class ends, Keifer comes up to her and asks if she'd like to go on a date with him. At the same time, Yuri offers to carry her bag and walk her home. JJ doesn't want to get caught between the two right now. She decides that the best thing to do is to ignore both of them for a few days. Without giving an answer to either of them, she walks away, leaving Keifer and Yuri standing there, staring at each other in confusion. That evening at home, JJ scolds Kyan a lot. He has completely messed up her room and is even decorating it according to his own taste. Slowly, he's turning it into his own space. But JJ's scolding doesn't affect him at all. Instead, he casually tells her to go get Yagrino. At first, JJ refuses, saying who would go out this late just to get Yagrino, but Tyan keeps insisting again and again, and eventually she agrees to bring it for him. Just as she's about to leave the house, she gets messages from both Yuri and Keifer at the exact same time. Both of them ask her what her plans are for tomorrow. JJ wonders how they always end up texting her at the same time. She ignores both messages and heads out. At the Yagrino shop, JJ runs into David. David buys her a Yagrino drink with his own money. Meanwhile, Keifer keeps texting her, asking where she is, but JJ doesn't reply. Seeing this, David assumes that JJ might be in a relationship with Keifer. JJ quickly clears up the misunderstanding and says, "That's not the case." Then David notices the chain around JJ's neck and the ring hanging from it, which is actually the engagement ring Yuri gave her. JJ doesn't tell him the full truth. She lies and says someone just gifted her that ring. Suddenly, JJ remembers that she received this same chain from a secret Santa last Christmas. To this day, she still doesn't know who gave it to her. At that point, David tells her that the chain was given by the son of Poseidon, someone he knows. Hearing this, JJ is reminded of Percy, the same boy who was involved in an accident years ago with Keifer, Yuri, and Eris. For years, everyone believed Percy had died in that accident. But in reality, Percy's mother had secretly taken him to America, where he had been undergoing treatment. JJ immediately asks David to connect her with Percy. David takes a photo of JJ and sends it to Percy. After some time, Percy replies. In his message, he tells JJ to remove the ring from her chain, or he will come back and kill Yuri. This message keeps JJ awake the entire night. She keeps wondering why Percy hates Yuri so much, especially when Percy himself has been ignoring Yuri's messages all this time. When Tyan asks her what's wrong, JJ doesn't explain everything clearly. She just says that the person she keeps texting, Percy, never replies, while the ones she wants to ignore, Keifer and Yuri, keep messaging her nonstop. Right after saying this, Keifer calls her and asks if she's going out to buy groceries. JJ agrees, because their class isn't allowed to use the school cafeteria. So the students of Section E pool their money every month, buy groceries, and cook food at school themselves. Today, Tyan was supposed to go grocery shopping with JJ, but he has somewhere else to be, so he refuses. JJ leaves home with two of her Section E classmates. Outside the house, she notices some suspicious guys standing around, but she ignores them and leaves with her friends. While shopping, JJ thinks it's good to keep herself busy. At least this way, she won't have time to think about Yuri or Keifer. But inside the mall, everywhere she looks, she keeps seeing modeling photos of Keifer and Yuri. She tries her best to ignore them. Just then, Keifer actually shows up in front of her. Seeing JJ buying chocolate, he jokingly says that these days he doesn't crave sweets anymore. He wants something even sweeter. Hearing this, JJ gets shy. Keifer then asks her why she's been ignoring his messages, but JJ doesn't respond. So Keifer grabs her hand and holds onto the shopping cart. JJ tells him to let go, but he doesn't listen. Left with no choice, JJ finishes her shopping with him. After they're done, Keifer asks JJ to wait for him outside. He tells her that he's found some information about her father. Meanwhile, when JJ comes out of the mall with her friends, she spots Tyan there on a date with his girlfriend. To tease him, they secretly take a photo of him. After that, JJ sends her friends home and goes with Keifer to his house. There, JJ notices that Keifer owns different cars for every day of the week. Jokingly, she tells him to give her one of his cars. Keifer replies, "Why just a car?" After they get married, the whole house and everything in it will belong to her, because JJ belongs only to him, even if she's with someone else right now. Hearing this, JJ gets angry and says she's not an object that he can claim ownership over. Keifer steps closer to her and says, "Fine, then from now on I'm yours, only yours." He's about to kiss her, but JJ ignores him and walks inside the house. Inside, Eris and some other boys from Section E are sitting there. Seeing JJ and Keifer together, they start teasing them. Then they open a laptop and show JJ a photo of her father. They've found out that JJ's father is the son of a powerful businessman and is currently in New York. They also found some photos of her father with Percy, but they don't know why the two are together, and they couldn't find any more information about him. Still, JJ feels happy knowing this much. She thanks everyone, including Keifer. Keifer promises her that no matter what happens, he will make sure she meets her father. After returning home, JJ gets emotional thinking about her father. Memories and unanswered questions start swirling in her mind, and her eyes fill with tears. Just then, Cyan enters the room. JJ finally tells him everything about her father. He listens quietly, comforts her, cracks a few jokes, and lightens the mood with some playful teasing. This slowly helps JJ feel a little lighter. Then Cyan shows JJ some photos of apartments. His mom and sister had shown him these earlier that same day. They want Cyan to live on his own because whenever he and his brother stay in the same house, they always end up fighting. It's better for both brothers to live separately. In just a few days, Cyan is going to move into his new apartment. Hearing this, JJ is genuinely happy for him. Still, just to tease him, she says that at least now her room won't stay messy because of him. As expected, the two of them start bickering again like always. Later, JJ texts David and asks him to pass a message to Percy. In her message, JJ writes that if Percy can't clearly explain what kind of person he is and what his intentions are, then it's better for her to stay away from him. David sends this message to Percy and then calls him. Percy doesn't get angry at JJ's words, but David is worried. If Keifer ever finds out that David is still in contact with Percy, then both Keifer and Yuri won't even let David go near JJ. If Percy's girlfriend Chan wasn't undergoing treatment in New York, David would have never agreed to keep an eye on JJ or share every detail about her with Percy. But that was their deal. Percy had promised David that as soon as Chan recovered, she would come back to him. Until then, David had to make sure that Keifer and Yuri stayed away from JJ and that JJ was constantly being watched. At that time, Percy had made it very clear that David was not allowed to fall in love with JJ. But whenever JJ's name comes up, David's expression completely changes. It's obvious that he has feelings for her. Meanwhile, Percy's mother comes in with lunch for him. Percy tells her that he wants to go back to Thailand, but his injuries from the accident still haven't fully healed, so she refuses. She says he needs to complete his treatment first. Just then, Percy's father walks in, and he turns out to be none other than JJ's father. This means JJ's father is also Percy's father. That's why JJ had seen photos of Percy and her father together. On the other side, the next morning, JJ gets a call from Yuri. He tells her to get ready and come to church with him. After a while, Yuri comes to pick her up. Since JJ is already engaged to him, her family doesn't stop her from going with him. That same morning, Keifer had also messaged JJ, but she ignored his message. At the church, standing beside Yuri, JJ thinks that she can never imagine marrying him here. But both families want to see them get married. When everyone is so determined about this relationship, how can she refuse it? Some girls there aren't happy seeing JJ with such a handsome guy like Yuri. They whisper among themselves that JJ isn't worthy of him and that she's not pretty. Seeing JJ upset, Yuri gently comforts her and tells her that to him, she's the most beautiful girl in the world. Still, JJ can't get one thought out of her mind. Why do both Keifer and Yuri like her so much? After church, Yuri takes JJ to his house and offers her cupcakes. He used to bring cupcakes for her before too, and JJ has always loved them. Then the two of them sit together and start looking through his photo album. As they go through old pictures, they laugh and joke about their memories. Suddenly, they come across the last group photo of Yuri, Keifer, Percy, and Eris. According to Yuri, this picture was taken right before the accident. After that moment, their entire lives and their friendship changed forever. JJ doesn't know what to say about it. Sensing the heaviness of the moment, Yuri takes her into the kitchen. There, they cook together, laugh, and reminisce about the old days. JJ thinks to herself that back when she and Yuri were just friends, everything felt so easy and comfortable. But as soon as love and complications got involved, a strange distance formed between them. She really misses those days when their relationship was simple and carefree. Suddenly, Yuri tells JJ that she should learn a bit of Japanese. After marriage, when she goes to Japan with him, she should at least know the basics. As soon as marriage is mentioned, JJ feels uncomfortable, but she hides it and starts learning Japanese with him anyway. During this, Yuri teaches her how to say "I love you" in Japanese, but JJ finds herself unable to say it to him. She doesn't even understand why those words won't come out of her mouth in front of Yuri. Yuri kisses JJ and says "I love you" in Japanese. In that moment, JJ gets so distracted that she accidentally cuts her finger. The moment she sees the blood, she has a panic attack. Terrified, she starts calling out Keifer's name again and again. Yuri holds her and tells her that he's right there. He asks why she's thinking about Keifer, but JJ, in her panic, keeps repeating Keifer's name. Yuri carefully calms her down. Once JJ starts to feel better, she tells him that ever since childhood, whenever she sees blood, she gets panic attacks. She's had trouble breathing many times because of it. She doesn't know why it happens, but if this condition is a problem for him, he can break off their engagement. Hearing this, Yuri tells her that he loves her and always will. No matter what problems she has, he'll always stand by her. Why would he ever leave her? After that, Yuri kisses JJ again. JJ doesn't say anything. She just keeps thinking about how complicated her life and relationships have become. Later, Yuri drops JJ back home and tells her that he'll come to pick her up for school the next day. JJ refuses because Sion is currently staying with her. If Yuri comes to pick her up, Sion will find out about their engagement. Yuri understands and agrees. As soon as Yuri leaves, Keifer shows up. He forcefully makes JJ get into his car and takes her somewhere else. There, he asks her what she did with Yuri that day. At first, JJ doesn't tell him about the kiss, but Keifer, crying and shouting in anger, keeps asking the same question again and again. Eventually, JJ breaks down and tells him the truth, that Yuri kissed her. She chose Yuri, and she's already engaged to him. Hearing this, Keifer starts crying. He tells JJ that she belongs to him. He's already told her this before. Then why is she playing with his feelings? If she doesn't love him, then why did she kiss him back on New Year's night when he kissed her? JJ starts crying too. She doesn't understand what she should do or what decision she should make. She's already engaged to Yuri, and both families are happy. But she doesn't feel love for Yuri. She can't make everyone unhappy just for her own happiness. She feels like she's doing what keeps everyone else, especially Yuri, happy. Then Keifer asks her, doesn't he deserve happiness too? Does he always have to sacrifice? He grew up without a mother. His father left him. He raised his siblings all by himself. After the accident, everyone saw Yuri as emotionally weak and kept supporting him. But since Keifer was considered strong, no one ever cared about him. Doesn't he also need love and care? When it comes to love, he's always been weak, and this time, no matter what happens, he won't let JJ go. This time, he's going to think about himself and have JJ. Hearing all this, JJ feels really bad for Keifer. She realizes that she never truly thought about him, even though he was always there for everyone. Overwhelmed with emotions, JJ tightly hugs Keifer, and in that moment, she finally understands who she wants to choose. JJ looks at Keifer and says, "I love you." Hearing these words from JJ, Keifer becomes extremely happy. The two of them keep looking into each other's eyes, and with that, episode 3 comes to an end. To find out what happens next, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.